Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare two ancient Roman recipes from the Greco Quinaria. Steam-cooked chicken meatballs, accompanied with mashed peas. We start with ingredients. We need a chicken, dried peas, white wine, carenum, olive oil, garum, honey, rue, and the spices, black pepper, cumin, and celery seeds. First, we prepare the sauce for the peas. We grind the cumin, celery seeds, and minced roux. Then we add garum, honey, carenum, and wine. We suggest tasting the sauce and adjusting the amount of ingredients to find the right balance between the sweetness of carenum and honey, the acidity of wine, and the saltiness of garum. Rue is one of the most common aromatic herbs in ancient Rome, but it may be difficult to find. If you don't have it, you can use another herb instead. For example, mint, parsley, or arugula, whose bitterness recalls a bitter rue. Celery seeds can be substituted with the young leaves of the celery, finely minced. The seeds are stronger and more aromatic, but the flavor is almost the same. Carenum is concentrated grape juice, according to the description that we read in Palladius Opus Agriculturae. The preparation is very simple. Pound the grapes in the mortar and sift the juice. Then boil it down until it reduces by a third of the original volume. If you prefer buying grape juice already prepared, pay attention that it contains just grapes and not sugar or other additives. Carenum is used as a sweetener, but the sugar content must be kept in check, not to overpower the other ingredients. You can substitute it with raisin wine or just use a bit more honey. Then we boil the peas. When they start to foam, we add the sauce and cook until the peas are soft and start to dissolve. Our peas needed about 40 minutes, but the cooking may take more depending on the peas you are using. Some pea varieties may need to be steeped in water overnight. If you use instead fresh peas, the cooking time will reduce a lot. This recipe is recommended for both peas and fava beans. To find more information about food in ancient Rome, check out our book Ancient Roman Cooking, available on Amazon in English and Italian, or support us on Patreon, where you find once a week a new article about historical cooking and dietetics, and once a month the translation of an original source. If you want to help us to continue making videos, you can also buy us a beer or purchase our merchandise. You find all the links in the description below. Meanwhile, we prepare the ziccia, with the bone and minced chicken. We use half a breast and a leg for 6 ziccia, but you can use the part you prefer. Ziccia is a term that includes several kinds of preparations made with minced meat or seafood. We can roughly translate it with meatballs and fish cakes. In the recipe, the author writes to serve the peas with ziccia, without specifying which kind of ziccia. This time we chose a recipe for chicken ziccia, very simple and steam cooked, but you can also pair the peas with cuttlefish or shrimp cakes, ziccia mulata or ziccia aumentata. You find the links to the videos in the description below. Then we grind the black pepper. We will need it not only for the zicha and to prepare the cooking liquid to steam the zicha, but also to dust the mashed peas, so we suggest grinding a good amount. We prepare the zicha with the minced meat, black pepper, garum, and a bit of olive oil. If you want to know more about garum and how to prepare it at home, we suggest watching our video, listed in the description below. You also find the preparation for Muria, the ancient Roman ancestor of colatura di alici, easier and quicker to make than garum. If you prefer, you can always substitute garum with a Southeast Asian fish sauce or just with salt. We steam cook the zicha for 15 minutes, adding to the water black pepper, carenum and garum. The author suggests a ratio of 11 parts water, 1 part carenum, and 1 part garum. In our experience, the precise ratio is not essential for a good outcome, as long as you don't use too much carenum and garum, since the aim is to obtain a delicate flavor. We placed the zicha on bay laurel leaves. This step is not described in the recipe, but bay laurel leaves are often used by ancient Roman authors to prevent food from sticking while cooking. From the Recucinaria, we know that Romans also used pepper for this purpose, whereas Greeks frequently wrapped the foods in fig leaves. When the peas are cooked and have absorbed almost all the water, we mash them with a spoon and finish the cooking. This is a very common method to prepare legumes in historical cuisine. We find similar preparations not only in the ancient Roman recipes, but also in the medieval cookbooks and dietetic sources. In the past, we made a recipe for fava beans prepared according to similar principles. You find the link to the video in the description below. We dust the mashed peas with black pepper and serve them with the zicha. This dish is delicate and savory. Prepared in this way, the zicha remain tender and fragrant. The peas have a bit of sweetness, perfectly balanced with the saltiness of garum and the flavors of the Mediterranean spices, enhanced by the pepper sprinkled on top. It is a plate worth a try and very easy to make, surely great also with shrimp cakes or zicha aumentata. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.